I've seen an awful lot after this game going on about, oh, you're booing Declan Rice and look what he done against you. You're going to boo him because you loved him as a player and you didn't want him to go to another London club. Me and Jay have touched on this week. One player I hate, and I'll boo forever, is Van Persie. So what sort of is a player? It was a fan. It was a player that the fans absolutely loved and adored. That went to arguably at the time the biggest rivals we had in United. Obviously, we're not the biggest rivals that you have. I'm just saying, in comparison, he's went across.
I will square this by giving you a different example.
Go on then.
Is in the summer, if Harry Kane goes to Chelsea, regardless whether he's been at Spurs 10 years and he's been a good servant for him, which is obviously the term that most pundits use, Tottenham fans would boo him every fucking week. And there would never be an argument about that because Chelsea and Spurs are hated rivals. Not many West Ham fans actually like Arsenal. It's like this thing that apparently people don't think it's a London derby. It very much is a London derby. I couldn't care that Declan Rice went to Arsenal. The thing that bothers me is he's gone to a London club to apparently go to the next level. We're going to disagree about this. You aren't going to win anything different because the only thing you're in competition for that you have a chance of winning. We've knocked you out of one of the competitions, and the FA Cup you're already out of. You will not win the Champions League. I'll bet my fucking house on it, and you're not going to win the Premier League. And again, I bet my house on it. So why has he got to Arsenal? The only two options that leave you there is for an exciting project, which obviously means, or he's gone. Apparently, is the reasons money. That means money. So I didn't know. Sorry,
I can't see that. Just saying.
Oh, sorry. Or the other reason is because he just had a new family and he wanted to stay in London. Which, if it is that, I wouldn't have minded him actually coming out and saying that. But also as well, I think when he first goes out. No, not as far as I've seen. And then when he comes out as well and saying he's a gunner after signing one day after he's been at West Ham 9 years, some West Ham fans who go quite a lot and are quite avid West Ham fans will probably take that a bit to heart.
Wasn't the fact he left.
I don't mind the booing.
No, do you know what does me in, Gav? Do you know what does me in? It's Arsenal fans trying to educate West Ham fans on why we shouldn't be annoyed. That's what does me.
Mate,
you should be annoyed because he wanted to better himself. What? And I'm not trying to belittle Arsenal. What is he doing at Arsenal that he's not going to do at West Ham? I don't mind him going to Arsenal. More money, brilliant. Do better for yourself. What's he going to win? Is he going to look back in 20 years and go, "Oh, I won an FA Cup though"?
Yeah, time will tell. That's all I can say. I'm not thinking. I think the summer transfer window will be actually, January would be big for this season. I think the summer transfer window will be big, very big, with how well our season goes next season. And I think if we do well in the summer, I think what you've said with not winning anything will change.
Right. So did you get put out the League Cup by
West Ham?
A brilliant £100 million midfield striker scoring against you? No, you got put out because you didn't perform. The FA Cup, Liverpool beat you in your own backyard. It is what it is. Yes. Like, Liverpool can do that, right? And Liverpool are a better team. So this is what I was trying to get at you last week. What are Arsenal going to do in the summer?
This season. You're on about this season.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. What are Arsenal going to do in the summer to change? Because they can't compete with Liverpool. So what's going to change?
I think we'll strengthen the team tenfold.
Right, okay. You spent 160 million last summer or something. How much are you going to spend this summer?
If you actually look at the names that were mentioned, Zubamendi, we've been linked to him for over the past year. He wasn't going to come, or he isn't going to come until the summer. He's not going to leave. 2 seconds. You asked me a question, so I'll finish.
Yeah.
He's at Real Sociedad. He could go to Bayern, Madrid, or Arsenal, or whoever. He would strengthen because he's barely ever injured. Partey would be out the door. I think Ivan Toney, since he's been back, he's only failed to score in one game. Now it's against Man City.
So, sorry, Zubamendi, is he a striker?
No, he's a centre mid. That's why I related to Partey, sorry. We're also looking at Jeremy Frimpong as a right wing back.
Right. Okay.
I think we'll strengthen tenfold, and it'd be arrogant for me to say that we would definitely win something, but I think time would tell that if we do bits in this transfer window, we should.
Should what?
We should
an
win
FA Cup?
something. No? I think with the experience of last season, this season, I don't see why we can't go one step closer and win the league next year. I'll say that as if we've not won it, if we're not going to win it this year. Is there a chance we're going to win it? Yeah, absolutely, there is a chance. I still think City will win it. I've said that since the whole fucking season. But I don't see why we're ruled out forever because Declan Rice came.
No, it isn't that. No, it's because it's been evident for about the better part of 18 months that you need £100 million. Well, sorry, you need a striker that's probably going to cost upwards of £100 million because that's unfortunately the going rate right now.
Would you rather pay Brentford £100 million in January to get Ivan Toney, or get him cheaper in the summer because they have to sell him in the summer and they won't hold that. They can't hold that out. You either ask for less or you let him go next season, next transfer window for free.
Yeah, and I get what you mean, but that was the same argument the season before in January when you were top of the league and you didn't reinforce in the January when you were still top of the league. So you could have won last year. You could have won last year's league, mate, if you actually decided to go out and get a fucking striker, but you didn't. So then you still needed a striker. So then City caught up with you, and then certain games you didn't win because you didn't have a clinical edge, and then you brought a holding midfielder in. Fair enough. I said to Ben today, you're a lot better defensively now because I'm sorry, Declan Rice is a level above Partey. I don't think there's even an argument there. But he ain't going to win the league. I said this to Ben. I said this to you in the summer.
You're on about last January and this summer that we didn't sign a striker. I think it's because we were holding out for Tony. And obviously he then got the ban, so he couldn't get him in the summer. So Arteta doesn't want to go out and get any fucking striker to try and fill the boots. He wants this striker.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but he spent upwards of, I think, about 500 million now, mate. So how long does he get until he actually brings you some silver apart from an FA Cup?
And he's took it for 8th place. When he came, we were fucking going backwards.
Whoa! You were going backwards after being disappointed with a manager that had been managing you for 15 years, 20 years, and getting you top 4 year in, year out. You wanted a change, you got it, and now you're back to where you are with 500 extra million that Arteta spunked.
But then when Arteta did come in, everyone was moaning that he was Pep's cone boy and he has no experience, he has no right for taking the club anywhere. So what one is it? Is he still shit?
Did I say that?
I'm just saying fans. I didn't say Jay.
So what I'm saying right now is what I'm saying. You know, he spunked 500 million, and you are no closer to winning the league than you were in the last couple of years of Wenger.
Lies.
What's lies?
That's just not true.
Well, no, what's lies?
It isn't true.
Where did you finish last year?
So Wenger, towards the end of his tenure, he was top of the league, except for Leicester. Even then, we were top at Christmas, but we still weren't top for the amount of days that Arteta was last year. And arguably, we should have won it.
Yeah.
We were naive, and injuries to a certain point cost us, but most of it was the naivety.
You spent 248 days on top, mate.
Team.
What I'm saying is you can't. All I'm saying is 2 seconds. Is Arteta cannot spend 500 million, and you turn around and go, he needs an extra couple of windows. What about the 70 million that he soiled into fucking Havertz? Sorry, that's a failure. That has not come back. You've not got 70 million pounds worth of player in there. You've had your pants pulled down off Todd Bowley. You're going to buy a goalkeeper probably in the summer because you haven't made Raya permanent yet, have you?
65 million back.
Right, okay, sorry, 65 million. That makes you sleep better at night. 30 odd million for Raya, I think, in the summer. You spunk money on Kiriara as well. Ben White was 50 million. He's now used at right back because he isn't trusted at centre back. My point is, it's like Arteta's this amazing magician, but he spunked $500 million and he's won an FA Cup. Like,
I definitely think he's going to have to do something soon because I think if he doesn't, then
when?
Well, that's what I mean. Like
when?
With the side,
when does
like,
it
I
become a
think
failure?
if you get close, to win in the.
I've answered this.
I don't know how long he gets. I think you're right in the fact that with the money he's spent, how they and
He's got one more year.
is that the end of his contract?
I
He's
have
only got
said
another
this
year.
publicly.
But
No.
you
He
can't
has- he has-
spunk
he has
80
one
million
more
on
year.
Ivan Toney in the summer, give him one more year to bed all of them in, and if he runs close again, what are you going to say? Oh, he ran close, so we're going to get him another year, and then another year, and another year.
Then he gets under the cosh a bit. He gets challenged of why he isn't.
I think if you
Going that
bring
one
in a
step
really
ahead.
expensive striker,
Of
so
where
I
he
think
has
if you
been.
whoever you bring in for the 100 million or whatever you spend on, I think he gets a season. And then for me, as a West Ham fan, then no, for me,
Then you need to look at it. You need to actually dissect of why it hasn't happened. You need
I think
then
then
you need to
look at a
dissect.
manager that's going to come in and win something because
He's done the most important thing that Man United should have done, and that is got rid of the fucking deadwood. Yep, we still have a bit of deadwood there, but he's got rid of an awful lot.
He signed new Deadwood as well, didn't he?
You say that, mate. We just pumped you 6-0. I don't care.
Havertz didn't. I mean, I don't mind you being big army than that and pigeon chested, but what did Havertz do? What did
Havertz
Mohamed
didn't
El
have a
Neni
shit
do? That was the Deadwood that I was on about. What did Kyriar do? Like, they're Deadwood, mate. They're not going to improve you, is my point.
Yeah, El Neni should have left in January. Cedric should have left in January. I get that, but I didn't say all the deadwood was gone. He's got rid of most of it. Mohamed El Neni actually he had a game and he was actually pretty decent. He's not Premier League standard, but he was actually pretty decent. Cedric should never be at the club. He should be. He should be sold in
striker
summer.
that you need.
Do
you think it's just a striker that you bring in?
No, it's not, and that's why I mentioned Zubamendi and a defensive-styled player. We've still got Julian Timber to come back from injury, who is phenomenal. When he was at Ajax, he was class. So I'm hoping we get the Ajax Timber.
See, do you sign Zubamendi to replace Havertz then in that midfield?
Because he's not going to replace Rice.
Yeah.
So you're turning into Man United. This is what
Not
we're
quite.
saying. You sign someone for 65 million, and then a season later go, oh, that's all right, we'll just sign someone else for 60 million and we'll put him in there.
It's no 60. Zubamendi might be 60 million.
I don't understand it. Maybe it's me, but like the owners have started backing Arteta, and I get that. He's looked like he's going to do something, but the one argument you could try and compare him to Klopp in the sense that he's going up against a very good City team. But at least Liverpool win something, for fuck's sake, or get to finals in years on other tournaments that they don't win the league. This Arsenal team foul at almost every other cup competition. So, I think Arteta is clever, mate. I don't think he's anywhere near the top three managers in the league right now. That's just my opinion. But I don't know what he does to win a Premier League, to be honest with you. Also, as well, because City are that good.
Klopp and Pep are above him.
Klopp, Pep, De Zerbi, you probably find. Well, what's Arteta
I
done?
don't know if De
Zerbi?
Zerbi. What's De Zerbi done?
That's what I'm saying to you. What's
So
Arteta done that matches him next to De Zerbi?
What has De Zerbi done to Joe Arteta?
I think
I'm just returning the question to you.
Yeah, because I think right, because De Zerbi is overperforming
He's not
with
got
that
anywhere near
Brighton
money,
team.
and he's still putting in a fight with.
Arsenal are upwards of either underperforming or performing just at the level they should be.
So then
with
Graham
the amount of money
Potter should
they've
have been in
spunked
top 3 then as well then.
Sorry?
Graham Potter should have been in the top 3 as well then. Nuno Espirito Santos should have been when he was at Wolves.
Graham Potter then went to Chelsea and absolutely
He got
fumbled the
a
ball,
top 3
mate.
club. So I would say yes, he was.
No,
but not
But
Nuno.
you've just said De Zerbi is doing it with a team that he's over excelling with.
Well, he is. How many
Nuno
Brighton
done
players
it
get in that
at
Arsenal team?
Nuno done it at Wolves. Graham Potter done it at Brighton.
Yeah.
I don't really get your point with
I'll tell you my point. Nuno went to Spurs and fumbled the ball, and then Graham Potter went to Chelsea and fumbled the ball. You're only as good as your last appointment, ain't you?
And I think if De Zerbi goes to Liverpool in the summer, he'll fumble.
That's fine.
Also
That's your
goodbye
opinion.
Salah in the summer.
What I'm saying right
Go
now
and
is
replace him.
you've got a team that's probably worth, what, 500 million pounds worth on that starting 11 right now?
The Arsenal.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. If you look at market value. I would say it's probably what?
Also,
I'd say,
they've got a 100 rated million player too.
Who?
Evan Ferguson. De Zerbi came out and said that. He said Evan Ferguson's 100
There's
million.
no
So
way.
if you're going to go off that, then he's 100 million.
No, I'm going
I'm
with player
just
quality.
saying.
I don't think Danny Welbeck gets you your team right now, does he?
I think Evan Ferguson's class.
Does Danny Welbeck
he's
get
not
your
100
team?
million. No, he didn't get in the team when he was at
No.
us.
No, right. So that's what I'm saying. He's making a Brighton team look better than it actually is. I think he does better with us right now. Actually, I'd even go as far as say I think Emery's probably better than Arteta, and I don't think that's a stupid thing to say either. He's got like 4 Europa Leagues, mate. Like, again, it's not actually.
I suppose Arteta's only had 3.5 years of manager experience.
I'm just not saying he's never going to win anything. I just think that at you lot, he's got a. The question. That's what I mean. I don't know whether he's going to win anything with you. It's not for the fact that you haven't got the class. It just, I don't know what it is, mate. Towards whenever it seems to get towards the final step, you just trip.